All right, guys, does everybody put your hand up if you have a CRM system that's already set up and ready to go?
Woo!
Half you guys. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I'm going to show you guys the way that I have my CRM. Okay? I'm actually going to bring you into our DashClicks CRM. Is that okay with you guys if I show you like real data, real shit?
Yeah.
Cool. Any of your CRMs look like this?
No.
9,445 deals?
No.
Looks pretty fucking crazy, right?
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
so crazy, guys.
I know. I know. Thank you. Yeah. So this is kind of what our CRM system looks like. So for us, obviously, it's completely different than what it would be for you guys. For us, this is our software. So when you're talking about a CRM system, you want to rewind back and think about, like, what am I using a CRM system for? For me, what I'm using a CRM system for, and the easiest way to put it, is to organize all of my leads so I can work my sales process efficiently. That's really all it is, okay? So for us, we know when a new user comes in, day 1 to 7, they come into the new user pile, okay? And then our goal is for them to actually schedule a demo with our Dash Connect team. They indoctrinate them into the actual company. They show them how to use the platform. They'll give them a demo of everything. They'll answer any questions they have, and they'll help them and assist them, okay? It's the first line of defense for DashClicks, and it's a very important position. So Gavin, first and foremost, thank you for that. Appreciate all the service you do for us. Give a round of applause. Some of you guys might have even spoken to either Gavin or somebody else from our team when you originally signed up to DashClicks. You went through your demo and your tour. This is kind of what it looks like, right? So you can see then they go in here, and then they go into call. We have a bunch of like APIs and crazy stuff in the back end because we're a dev company, and there's a lot of stuff in the back end that happens. But then they go into call tools, and then call tools is the system that we use, which is our predictive dialer. We actually don't use this section anymore for the most part, or this and this section. We stopped using that because we created a new product tour on our website. So now when you log into DashClicks, it kind of brings you through the whole product and shows you how to use everything, and then it tells you to schedule a call. Right? So that's actually done way better than this stuff. Anybody ever taken any product tours in DashClicks where you've been in DashClicks and it's like click next, go here, click next, right? And it kind of shows you out. Cool, thank you, awesome. So hopefully that scheduled or helped you guys either schedule a call or do any other actions that we wanted you guys to do. And then we have demo scheduled, demo completed. So we know if they actually scheduled their demo, and then we know if they completed their demo. Right, so we've done almost 1,500 DashClicks demos. You can imagine how many demos that is. It's a lot, okay, guys? And this CRM was built probably like 3 or 4 months after we built DashClicks. So the numbers in here are still not enough, so we've definitely done more demos than that for sure, okay? So what I want you guys to think about with CRMs is, what are you guys currently using for CRM systems? Pipedrive?
HubSpot.
HubSpot?
High level.
Cool, that's fine. Well, anybody else? Okay. All right, the best thing to do, guys, is I've used tons of CRM systems. CRM system is really preference. It's whatever you guys are comfortable with. For me, I've used Salesforce. I've used Zoho. I've used One Page CRM, I think it's called. I've used like 4 or 5 different CRM systems. And for me, I found that Pipedrive was the easiest for me to use. And it had all the features that I want. Now, people can get super crazy when they're building pipelines and inside of Pipedrive or any other CRM system where you could create like all these Zapiers and APIs and all this crazy documentation, automation, and drip campaigns. But let me tell you guys a little secret. I've probably sold over $5 million worth of digital marketing services without any automation at all. Just putting them into here and moving them over, okay? So if you're not a tech-savvy person at all, it's totally cool. You don't need to be tech savvy at all. You don't need to be the Zapier king. You don't need to have a follow-up sequence that's going to send them emails every 26 minutes for the next 26 years. You don't need to have any of that stuff, guys, okay? The point of building a marketing agency is, or the point of building a CRM system is just to keep organized. It's all you guys need to do, okay? So if you guys don't have, can you guys open up, for those of you guys with computers, if you don't have a CRM system, or if you do have a CRM system, just open up your CRM system, guys. I'm just going to create a little pipeline with you guys, okay? So I'm just going to create a brand new pipeline, and we'll talk about the psychology of a pipeline, okay? So usually in most pipelines, the first column is lead in, or new lead, or whatever you want to call it, but it all means the same thing, right? So what is this? This basically means somebody said yes. I did a walk-in. Somebody said, yes, I'm interested. Go ahead and run a report for me. I did a cold call. Somebody said, yes, I'm interested in the Insta site. Go ahead and send me the Insta site. Okay? I did Angel's email blast campaign. Somebody said, yes, go ahead and send me the site. Or send me the Insta report. Okay? All you're doing is you're taking that information from that person and you're dropping it right here into the first column of the pipeline. And then the way that you want to do that is you want to move them over the pipeline. Okay? Now, as you can see, I just created a brand new pipeline, and this is the template that Pipedrive has for me, okay? Lead in, contact made, demo scheduled, proposal made, negotiations started. You know what the crazy part is, guys? You probably don't even need to touch this. You probably don't even need to touch this. This is like the simplest way to actually create a pipeline. And when we actually, here's another funny part. When I was doing like the original, probably the first 2 or 3 years of me doing a lot of this stuff, I didn't even really use pipelines the way that you were supposed to do it. Sometimes, like you heard before, it was like drop them into like an Excel sheet and then like work off it. How many of you guys have like had like people that you've spoken to and you put them like in an Excel sheet or docs? Still do, right? Yeah, right? And guess what? That worked too. I still sold a shit ton of money, right? But this is obviously a better and more organized way of doing it, okay? And then once you get more advanced, you can do things like setting up your Zapiers to trigger and send off emails and text messages and stuff like that. But what you really want to focus on is not to confuse things. Create the most simplistic pipeline that you can. And think about it as the top of the funnel, okay? The first thing that I need to do, which is the top of the funnel, is to get people in here. I'm actually going to do something really quick. Let me draw this out. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Anybody know what this is?
Funnel.
Yeah, right?
I thought it was a glass of water.
I know. Right? It's just a funnel, right? And you guys know how a funnel works? Pretty simple for the most part, right?
The top, get stuff out
It
the bottom.
it goes down the bottom, right? So everything that we just taught you, right? You're gonna have route 1, you're gonna have idea 2, you're gonna have 3, you're gonna have 4, right? And maybe this can be your cold calling or your call center or your walk-ins or your emails or whatever it is that you guys want to do. But at the end of the day, all you're doing is you're dropping people into the top of the funnel, right? So the strategies that we taught you guys, those are the strategies that we actually use to get people into the top of the funnel to say yes. And we're not selling them anything at all here. All we're doing, guys, is just getting a yes, literally. And if you can get that yes, then you can slowly start escalating down, okay, and get to this, which is what you guys really want, is to make a sale, okay? And guys, you can think about it like this too. A pipeline can be totally different too. So you can go in and get them at the top, right? And then you can do, what's the next thing in the sales cycle? Qualification, right? Or how do you qualify somebody though?
Discovery call.
Discovery call, right? So you want to schedule a call with them, right, for the most part? Cool. And we can call that many different things. It can be a consultation, it can be a scheduled call, it can be really whatever it is that you guys want. But really for the most part, all it is you actually calling them, okay? And the reason why I'm drawing this out is to people, and there's over 10,000 users inside of DashClicks, okay? We speak to a lot of agency owners every day. We get over 150 support tickets and live chats every single day inside of our intercom, okay? So you can think of the patterns that we see, right? If 100 people every day are asking questions, you start to see patterns where people are struggling with, right? And I think the number one struggle that we see is people like to overcomplicate shit for no reason. We have people opening up live chats and like, hey, I'm setting up my CRM system and I'm trying to get this Zapier to trigger with this and my Facebook ad accounts and we're trying to get this to link with this, and they have like 17 automations in the background, and then we're like, do you have any clients? Like, no, not yet. It's like, so why are you spending all the time on creating all of these systems if where you should be spending your time is right here? Like, this is where you're struggling with. You don't have any clients. You've been open for 6 months and you have yet to sign up one client, is because you're fucking around with Zapiers instead of actually going out and getting clients, right? So what I want you guys to think about, and everybody in this room is in a different position in their agency. Some of you guys might already have clients. Some of you guys might not have any clients. Some of you guys might have 30 clients. Some of you guys might have 1 client. You're all in different situations, okay? But what I would stress you to figure out as fast as you can is, Even if you have 30 clients, if you don't have a system that's predictably bringing you new clients to the top of your funnel every single day, then you should not be focusing on anything else but this. This is what you should be focusing on right here. It's the top of your funnel, okay? It's almost like a Facebook campaign, right? When you run a Facebook campaign, the first thing that you want to start optimizing is always the top of the funnel, right? It's your ads, because if you're running ads, okay, you run ads and then you send them to a landing page, right? So you send them to a landing page, you run ads, right? And then you send them to an order page, maybe if you're doing a sale or whatever order, okay? Then a thank you page, right? You're not going to start optimizing the thank you page because nobody's placed any fucking orders. So how can you optimize the thank you page? It doesn't make any sense, right? So what you want to focus on is optimizing the top of the funnel. It's the same thing in real life and in business, right? I was always struggling in the first 5 years of my business with like doing all the dumb shit that didn't really matter. It was like I was trying to like figure out a way to do stuff that nobody else could do, and it was taking me so long. What I realized was if I just forget about all that and I really just focus on the top of my funnel, which is right here, which is the shit that was the easiest to do, that didn't cost me, because I didn't have thousands of dollars to run ads and do all of this crazy shit and spend all of that stuff, right? I was working out of my parents' house. I had no job. This was my full-time gig. This is what I was doing. I was fucking broke. If I needed to go get lunch, I had to go ask my mom for $20 to go buy lunch. Like, that's where I was. I was out of college and had nothing, and this is what I did right here. I was like, okay, let me get my ass up. I'm going to go print a booklet. I think my mom actually paid the $20 for this booklet. I'm dead serious, okay? I got my ass up, and I will have this booklet for the rest of my life, because this booklet is like my life changer, okay? I got my ass up, and I went out and I did the booklet thing, okay? I did the walk-ins, and I started making some money, okay? Yeah.
Yeah. How can we do this? What would you recommend, and what best worked for you? What strategy?
At the beginning,
At the beginning stage.
first thing I would do is walk-ins, because you have the highest ratio of closing when you're doing a walk-in, because you're physically there with the person. It's almost, they feel bad in a way to say no when you're literally standing there in front of them. It gets awkward really quick, right? Especially if you're going in there and you're trying to provide value and you're not trying to make the sale, right? So walk-ins for me, I can tell you the way that I did the walk-ins is, for the first like 3 or 4 months, I was doing the walk-ins alone. So I would go out, I would grab 10 business cards, I would throw them into the system, and then the next day I would just bang out all the calls. Whatever time I had left, I would go back on the road. More business cards keep piling up. And then what I would do is I would throw them in my CRM system eventually once I figured it all out. Okay? And I would put them in lead in. Okay? And then you slowly start moving over, right? You can see how like literally contact made. Okay? And then I made the contact and I'm like, okay, let's schedule the call for next Monday at 2 p.m. Great, we scheduled the call. Move them over to demo scheduled, okay? Then I spoke to them, I did the demo, I sent over a proposal maybe at the end of it, right? Proposal made, and then I sent it over, and now this guy wants to negotiate because he needs to speak to his grandma to see where his funds are going to come from, so now he's in negotiations, okay? There's many different things that can happen in the pipeline, okay? The pipeline and the way that you name things and the way that you organize this is not so important. What you really need to focus on is the top of the funnel is getting people into here. Because when we had our call center and all this shit, there was like 4 or 5 things in here. It looked pretty similar to this. It wasn't anything special, okay? And we sold millions of dollars, right? So don't worry about the confusing stuff. It's not what matters right now. If you don't have any clients or you don't have at least more than 50 clients, you should be focusing on the top of the funnel. Okay, the top of the funnel is to get people into lead in and focus on your sales strategy to get them all the way across. Those are 2 things that you guys should be focusing on. Okay, you guys on the same page? Say yes!
Yes!
Okay, cool. You have another question?
Yeah, so walk-ins, what the first thing you recommended?
Walk-ins, the way that I did it is I did walk-ins, then I did cold calls, then I built a call center. I did the email strategy, but Angel's email strategy is newer. That's like I haven't done his. His is badass. He's done it before and it's worked. But I'm not going to call it old school, but that shit still works. Okay? Yeah. So those are the 3 things that I did to sell millions of dollars in digital marketing services. Yeah.
What was the name of the app that you used to draw? Just curious.
It's actual built into the TV. It's the TV itself.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a Sharp TV. Yeah, I can send you the link after. All right, guys. So what you need to do is focus on the simplicity, okay? We're going to get more into this in a little bit. I'm going to have Angel come up here. He's going to show you guys some really cool shit.